Hi, my name is Sean and I'm from the Philippines and I'm currently studying business management with an emphasis in marketing and I'm also studying film as my minor. While growing up, I have always been watching Disney movies and I have always been fascinated about how these people had created magic in the minds of the people. So, I would like to talk more about the Walt Disney Company, and it is composed of four different company units, which includes the Disney Media Network, a Disney Parks and Resort, Disney Studio Entertainment, and the Disney Consumer Products. Under the Walt Disney Studios, there are studios for featured films, music, and theatrical performance. Throughout the history of film, Walt Disney Studios had produced many full length and short length films. In the late 1930s, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs became an instant hit. In the following years, Walt Disney Studios produced live action films such as The Song of the South and Treasure Island. By 1980s, Walt Disney became one of the major Hollywood film studios. Disney had branded itself as an animated film studios. In 2006, Disney released more Disney branded films than Touchstone titles. Other film studio brands had been retired and renamed as Walt Disney Studio Motion Pictures. In 2009, Walt Disney bought Marvel Entertainment, and most recently, in 2012, Lucasfilm had also been bought by the company. So these are the most recent acquisition of the company to expand its profitability. The Walt Disney Company has had several CEOs and presidents in the past, naming Walt Disney, Roy Disney, Don Tatum, E. Carden Walker, Ron W. Miller, Michael Eisner, and the current president, Robert A. Iger. The Walt Disney Studios, on the other hand, has its own chairman. So, what is the current status of the Walt Disney Studios? So, the Walt Disney Studios has several competitors in the industry, among of which are the 21st Century Fox, Sony, and Time Warner. Disney is the biggest owner of fictional characters in the industry. The company currently holds a brand of animated films. So whenever the people think of animated films, the first thing that comes into their mind is, of course, Disney. So what is the mission statement of the Walt Disney Company? So the Walt Disney Company's objective is to be one of the world's leading producers and providers of entertainment and information, using its portfolio of brands to differentiate its content, services, and consumer products. The company's primary financial goals are to maximize earnings and cash flow and to allocate capital toward growth initiatives that will drive long term shareholder value. So the company has thousands of products and services, but the product that the Walt Disney Studio have right now are its movies, music, and theatrical performances. Since the Walt Disney Studios owns the Marvel Studios, the company's latest film in the theaters right now is The Black Panther. And by the end of 2018, the studios is planning to release a sequel for two of their animated films called Wreck-It Ralph 2 and The Incredibles 2. The Walt Disney Company has many training opportunities for students and professionals. They provide apprentice programs and internships. The same goes for the Disney Resort, and the Walt Disney Company has its famous Disney Institute, where the students and professionals can learn from what the Walt Disney Company is doing in its business. And right now, I have a book called The Creating Magic by Lee Cockerell. He is a former VP of operations in the Walt Disney Resort. And in that book, it talks about the success habits and principles that are currently being used and implemented in the Walt Disney Company. So, in conclusion, the Walt Disney Company consists of four company units, and each company unit has its own products and services. And the company has always been known for its animated films. That's all. Thank you.